The empath's journey is not for the faint of heart. It begins in innocence when their high vibration and pure light makes them magnets for narcissists. From childhood to adulthood, that light triggers jealousy, envy, and hostility at every stage of life. Narcissists and bullies see their compassion, depth, and goodness, and instead of being inspired, they feel exposed. They try to bully it out of them, dim it, or twist it all with one go to turn the empath into a mirror of themselves. But the empath refuses to surrender. They will not take the easy path of manipulation, cruelty, and moral compromise. They walk with God, protecting their empathy like it is sacred, even when it costs them everything. The most brutal part of this journey is the second stage, where the narcissist's sadism is at its peak. Yet the fourth stage changes everything. The empath rises awakened, unshakable, and untouchable. The narcissist's worst nightmare. They become the one thing a narcissist fears the most, someone who sees straight through them and cannot be controlled. I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. The topic for today is 4 life phases every empath abused by a narcissist goes through. Stay until the very end. Phase 2 hurts the most. Let me tell you something most people never admit. The empath's journey is not about becoming kinder, softer, or more forgiving. It is about surviving an environment designed to corrupt you, break you, and make you question whether your empathy is a blessing or a curse. Truth is, if you do not understand these 4 stages, you will not just lose relationships to narcissists, you will lose yourself. So let's start with phase 1, the light that narcissists cannot stand. From your earliest years, you carried something you did not even know, a natural warmth that made people feel safe, an emotional depth that made people feel seen in ways that they had never experienced before. And you had a purity in your intentions. You did not need to manipulate, pretend, or perform to connect. Good people, nice people recognized it immediately. They felt calm around you. They trusted you without hesitation. But narcissists and those crazy bullies reacted differently. Your very presence made them feel exposed. They could sense, even without conscious thought, that being near you highlighted everything they lacked. Think back to your school years. Maybe there was a bully who picked on you for no reason, someone who seemed to target you just because you were different, or a family member who constantly belittled you. Why? Because you had qualities they wished they had that turned you into a threat for them. Or the friend who only supported you when you stayed small, but suddenly pulled away or turned competitive when you succeeded at something. These reactions, they were rooted in their discomfort. Your light acted like a mirror, reflecting their insecurities back at them. Instead of feeling inspired to grow, they wanted to dim you so they would not have to face themselves. This dynamic followed you into your adulthood. At your work, your integrity challenges those who thrive on deception. Your ability to connect genuinely with others can make manipulative people feel threatened. In relationships, your depth is intoxicating at first. The narcissist drinks in it, but over time it becomes unbearable because it exposes the hollowness inside them. At this stage, you may not recognize the pattern. You may think, oh, you're simply unlucky with people, or you're attracting narcissists, or you are inviting this treatment. The truth is, your light is both a gift and a trigger. Until you learn how to protect it, it will keep drawing in those both who love it and who want to destroy it. Which leads us to phase number 2, the psychological starvation. This is the one that hurts the most. This is the crucible of the empath's journey. It is the stage that can either harden you into someone unrecognizable or forge you into someone unbreakable. Many empaths enter this stage because dysfunction feels familiar. If you grew up in a home where love was conditional or mixed with control, you may mistake chaos for passion and possession for protection. You assume others operate with the same honesty you do. So when someone presents themselves as intense and invested, you see it as a sign of deep love or care. But once a narcissist secures a place in your life, you know what happens. The mask comes off. Their goal shifts from gaining your trust to dismantling your core. Your kindness becomes an insult to them because it reminds them of the road they could have taken but did not. Your moral compass is a living challenge to their way of life. Your empathy makes them feel small in ways they cannot bear, they cannot talk about. They begin a campaign to corrupt you, to destroy you. They try to make you lie just to prove you can be like them. They test whether you will manipulate someone for your own benefit. Because if you do, they can tell themselves you're no better than they are. They push you to numb your empathy because then they no longer have to feel the sting of your goodness. And when you refuse, they punish you. It comes in the form of the silent treatment, leaving you drowning in self doubt. It may come through public humiliation, making you question your worth, so on and so forth. It may come in cruel, targeted comments that hit you in places so tender you did not know anyone could reach them. This is an assault on the soul. They want you to abandon the very thing that makes you who you are. Because if they can make you like them, they no longer have to face the truth of who they are. For an empath, this is agony, ultimate punishment. The temptation to shut your heart off, just end the pain, can be overwhelming. But somewhere inside, a quiet voice whispers, do not give this up. That voice is your lifeline. It is the reason you survive this phase without losing yourself entirely. And then comes the time of transition, phase 3, boundaries and the silent rise. One day you reach a breaking. It is a moment of pure clarity, not explosion. You realize you have been bending yourself into shapes that hurt you just to keep others comfortable. You see how much of your life has been spent explaining yourself to people who were never listening in the first place. You begin to change the rules. No becomes a full sentence. You stop chasing the approval of those who will never give it freely. You stop offering explanations to people who have already decided to misunderstand you. The reflex to please others starts to fade. You no longer force yourself into fake smiles or meaningless conversations. After surviving psychological starvation, superficiality feels intolerable. You crave depth, truth, and authenticity. You want conversations that matter, connections that nourish instead of drain. Spiritually, you begin to see patterns in your life with new eyes. You notice the way certain events repeat until you learn their lessons. You feel the urgency to control outcomes and more trust in God's or universe's timing. You start to recognize the quiet nudges that guide you away from danger and toward peace. Your trust in people becomes highly selective. You find more comfort in the unconditional loyalty of a pet than in the unpredictable affections of people. You value the stillness of nature, the safety of solitude, and the rare relationships where you are accepted without having to earn it. By now, the narcissist's control is slipping. The buttons they once pressed are gone. The access they once had is blocked. And the silence you carry is not fear. It is strength that radiates without a word. Let me know in the comments which one of these phases are you in. Phase number 4, the most important one, the awakened empath which you become. This is the phase every narcissist fears. You have lived through every variation of their manipulation, every mask they wear, and every trap they set. Now you see their moves before they even make them, right? The charm is bait, the flattery is a hook, the sudden display of vulnerability is a tactic. You recognize it, and none of it works on you anymore. You no longer react in ways they can twist into control. If they try to distort reality, you calmly set the record straight. If they attempt intimidation, you meet it with a presence so steady that it makes them uneasy. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to fight for validation. Your very existence as someone they cannot manipulate is proof that you won. Your compassion is still alive, but it is paired with discernment. Do you have the gift of discernment? Please share in the comments. And how have you used it? You love deeply, but only where that love will be honored. You give freely, but only where it will not be weaponized. You protect your energy like it is sacred because you know it is. For the narcissist, this is complete defeat. They cannot charm you, cannot drain you, and cannot make you doubt yourself. You are living proof that their abuse failed to destroy what mattered most. And for them, there is nothing more terrifying than being fully seen, fully known, and completely beyond their control. If you want to become this awakened empath, I can help you. Join my waiting list for Thrive After Narcissistic Abuse membership program. The doors for enrollment will be opening very soon. Link is in the description of this video. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.